Friedrich Nietzsche said, "But thus I counsel you, my friends, mistrust all in whom the impulse to punish is powerful. They are people of a low sort and stock, the hangman and the bloodhound look out of their faces. Mistrust all who talk much of their justice. Verily, their souls lack more than honey. And when they call themselves the good and the just, do not forget that they would be Pharisees, if only they had power. The Wilburites reek of the Pharisees and the Sophists. They are love and lighters because they are too weak and feeble to be anything else, but their shadows lust for power, and to punish." Nietzsche said, "Every man has his price. This is not true. But for every man there exists a bait which he cannot resist swallowing. To win over certain people to something, it is only necessary to give it a gloss of love of humanity, nobility, gentleness, self-sacrifice, and there is nothing you cannot get them to swallow. To their souls, these are the icing, the tidbit, other kinds of souls have others. Gurus are experts at finding the right bait. All the Wilburites fall for a certain bait. It's a bait that no rational and logical person would ever go near. Don't open your mouth too wide. You never know what hook you might find in it." What is the Wilbur fallacy? Ken Wilber talks about 3 broad stages of development: pre-rational, rational, and trans-rational. Now, by the simple laws of logic, things are either rational or irrational. Irrationalism is based on unreason, on the application of things other than reason and logic, on things such as feelings, instincts, empirical perceptions, faith and mysticism. How can any distinction be drawn between pre- and trans-rationalism given that both are systemically opposed to rationalism, and both are based on unreason? The real pre/trans fallacy is the claim that there is any difference between pre- and trans-rationalism. Both are by definition totally irrational. Wilber, of course, is a mystic, a Buddhist in all but name, and he requires rationalism to be transcended in order to allow him to spout all of his mystical guru talk, all his New Age gibberish. Wilber isn't going to talk about reason, logic, mathematics, science and philosophy, is he? No, he's going to talk about religion, spirituality, feelings, faith, meditation, mindfulness, non-dualism, and so on, all the standard mystical nonsense of the East. What else do you expect? Transcend rationalism? Listen to yourselves. How irrational can you get? The instant you turn your back on reason and logic, you're lost. You're just gibbering, stating one irrational position after another. You're fooling no one. You can't beat 1 + 1 = 2. You're insane to even try. The dunces, in their great confederacy, will go on believing in their absolute nonsense. Don't believe your own propaganda. Instead of transcending rationalism, why not try transcending your irrationalism? Using rationalism. We're totally happy to stand with the PSR and Occam's razor against all trans-rational bullshit. What are you going to do? Bring your faith-based, feelings-based, mysticism-based arguments to a fight with reason and logic? Good luck with that. One thing's for sure. You're not going to walk away with a rational and logical victory. Integral types say everyone is right. Go on then, state what Islam says about reality that is factually true. Name even one thing. If you can't name one thing, and how could you, since Islam is total nonsense, just as all mainstream religions are, then why do you keep lying that everyone is right? As a matter of the most self-evident fact, they are not. Most people aren't just wrong, they are spectacularly wrong, and their error usually manifests itself immediately, in the very first assertion made by their faith system, which automatically contradicts reason and logic.